I feel like a sardine in a tin can right now. This guy's squishing me in the corner. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's because the last weekend. Anyways, we're doing a brief. This is a brief introduction.
Yeah, just a quick intro.
So, Crimson Court, here we are. So, we had our squadron challenge this last weekend. So, this is game number 1.
This is number 1 you'll be watching.
This game is between our Crimson Night Raven mate, Jared Marshall, and
I've got James Dixon from Outer
Rim Pilots.
Outer Rim Pilots.
It's a good thing that I'm here.
Well, I got you pegged in there pretty good. You ain't going anywhere.
They had to play 2 loadouts. So each loadout was the opponent chose. Yeah. Right? It was like a reverse hanger.
So what did
Jared played in this game. We're just going to go through the ones that they gained.
Yeah.
So Jared played Dash, Lieutenant Blunt, and Jake. Again, he's our A-wing guy. Everything he plays, he has an A-wing in it. Whether or not it's his main thing or not, it's always an A-wing.
He loves his A-wing. Anyway.
So in Dash, he had Outrider, Predator, Mangler Cannon, and Ray. In Blunt, he had guidance chips, adaptability, and harpoon missiles. In Jake, he had auto thrusters, A-wing, test pilot, outmaneuver, intensity, and Chardon refit, which pretty much is Jake dodging, ditching, dodging, and having fun with them. So, so that's what he ran.
Yeah, James here ran my personal favorite faction, Scum. And the Fire Spray 31, not once but twice. And it was actually fun to watch. He had Boba Fett with expertise, 4 long, engine upgrade, and the Slave 1. And then he had Catholic Scarlet, or Cass Scarlet, with expertise, heavy laser cannon, and Dangar. Both pretty close to 50 points. I mean, Boba Fett's 48. Cath came out at 52. And it would, I like the build. I like the build.
Well,
I mean, we don't see what happened in the game.
The game was really good and interesting to watch.
It was a good game.
I think you'll have an interesting time watching it. It's actually both pilots at that table in game 1 are new pilots.
The newer pilots.
So there is a few things you'll see, but there's also a few things you go like, wow, like they caught on to that pretty quick. So it was a really good, exciting game to watch between the 2 of them. I'm not going to give away the winner. Well, actually, you know what?
No.
Well, we should be. You should be able to.
No,
they're going to know who did it.
No.
Well,
enjoy the video. Keep in mind on the video. Filming for this event was at a gaming convention, and we did not have any kind of isolation. Be kind to us. But it is a good game to watch, and we hope you enjoy it.
Thanks.
All right, so we are here talking and playing at our first squad battle. So on table 1 tonight, we have Jared Marshall with his Rebel build. And on the other side, we have James DeVries, isn't it?
Or Dixon.
Dixon.
James Dixon.
Who is also flying his slaves, which are Scum. So we have a Scum versus a Rebel on table 1 today. They have set up and we're ready to play. Rocks are just being placed as they progress forward. On the other tables prior to that, we have Alex playing Justin, and we have...
These are the ones that are up for grabs, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, those 2.
Andrew playing Clyde. Everybody will eventually be on the camera.
Yep, and yeah. Perfect. These 2 are still up for grabs. Yep.
So the list that were chosen for this, the double slave 1s, we've got Boba Fett and Cass, both in the fire spray. Bobo's got expertise, 4 lamb, engine upgrade, and the slave 1 title card. Kath has expertise, heavy laser cannon, and Dengar. Jared Marshall is flying his Dash build, which has got Dash, Lieutenant Blunt, and Jake Farrell. Dash in the YT 2400 is Outrider, Predator, Mangler Cannon, and Ray. Lieutenant Blunt and the Z95 Hunter has the guidance chips, adaptability, harpoon missiles. Jake Farrell at the A-Wing has auto thrusters, A-Wing test pilot, out maneuver, intensity, and Chardon refit. So they're just placing their ships on the board.
Cool. That's good. Cool. My 7s. Jake's gonna go there. Dash.
First dial set of the tourney.
All ships are being placed now, and they'll be setting dials shortly.
Cool. Adaptability. My 6 is up to a 7.
Oh, okay.
Good luck. Good luck.
Cool. 7's flying formation. I like it.
We usually use 1 to 2 or 1 to 3. 1 to 2. That's it. I am ready.
What's up for grabs today is the Galaxy Cup trophy, which we'll take a shot of later.
Oh, yeah, that's
Everybody
right.
know
We're all
what
set
it is.
now, right? Yep. Cool.
But it's sitting there, it's got all its decked out, ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
So
Ezra, 1 straight. And he's also going to focus.
Good. Good. Okay.
Cool.
first ship moved, range 1.
Dash Almond 7 up. Or
That
7
hard
4.
one
I
is
do not know where that number came from.
One thing I don't agree with the whole Inquisitor be able to target line and evade on the same target.
Dash is gonna focus.
I know.
Cool.
You mean
Well, that's also
every
going
time,
full forward.
That I don't get.
So
every time
all
you're getting
of Jared's sevens,
actions.
due to the fact that the Z95 has adaptability, he moved everybody up to 7s, which allows him to move all of his ships at once and choose which one he wants to move first. So the last ship being moved is the second slave 1, which is
It's usually the target lock.
Cap, I believe.
Or it's gonna
No, it's Bobo. So
Yeah,
Bobo is the last ship.
Let's see here.
James side.
Jake's gonna focus, and off his ability that lets him boost.
Sweet.
Omega Leader. Yeah. That's a lot of fun.
He will choose not to proc intensity, so he's sitting
Okay.
here.
4 straight.
He does lots of things.
He does lots of things. Movement shenanigans. out the
And
window.
as this is a Crimson Core production, my co-partner next to the side there on James Dixon's side,
What am I doing?
he's going to go through some James Dixon stuff as he's talking, and I'll do the Rebel side.
Okay, well, he's playing. Have you read what he's
I have read the list off already, so you're good to go, so you can just maneuver through your need to do.
Cool. No shots up.
Oh, dang. All right.
So
Dash's
first round of
focus
movement
is going on
is
to Ray.
over.
Everything else is fine.
Oh, yeah, that's
Everything
cool.
moves,
Bank in the focus.
and here we go.
Gotta do that.
Ray's banking her focus at the end of combat or end of first round. Placing their dials for round 2.
No harpoons on Nim. Nope. He's more of like in your face type. I tried to harpoons, it's kind of neat, but I could play this way too.
Because I'm pretty sure as the day carries on, I'm pretty sure as the day carries on, I'm not going to go into that much detail. So I'm pretty sure that if I go into all the details, at least in the first game,
Okay.
we can.
Sweet. So she goes first. Kath does a 1 bang.
I really want them just to focus. I think it's easier for us to do. It gives us practice.
And this time she's not going to forget to take her
Because if we want to,
evade.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
I know that's why I think it's a good idea. Don't worry about Jared's just whining again. You
I'm
know,
gonna
he
move Jake
doesn't want
first.
to
He
do
shoots
it.
5 forward.
Here we go.
Focus again.
So second round,
Okay, go ahead.
Jake is doing his funky. I'm going to fly all over the board.
Pretty
And
much. He's gonna focus, which
Yep.
off his ability lets him boost.
so
Straight.
as I mentioned in the last episode, Jared is our A-wing specialist. He
Oh,
loves his A-wings. Every load that this guy has got to have an A-wing in it. No matter what it is, it's always an A-wing.
It's cool because I don't play A-Wings a lot, so let's see how they work.
Yeah, either
He's not gonna proc intensity because he's not in a good spot to do that. So Dash is going 4 forward.
So he's moving forward. Jake moved. Now Dash is moving. Jared seems to be staying on the outside of the board.
Cloud's going 4 forward as well, keeping up with the others. Trying to at least.
Looking forward to 2.0.
So,
Oh my god, yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Focusing.
Can't wait.
so Jared, you excited or what?
Yeah.
The straight up
Double fire spray is not exactly the best matchup for this, but better than bomb hell, which was
Oh, it looks
basically
like I actually
the other list.
See?
Let's see.
Looks like you bump yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
yourself.
bumped, so that'll be a bump. So, Bobo so graciously bumped his compadre. So Jared's just helping him out right now.
Train track the back, maybe.
So usually what happens on a bump is we'll now train track it back so that the both lines of the knobs can line up properly on the thing. You probably can't see too well because Jared's arms in the way. But and Jared is just pulling out the templates. So now we're moving forward. And because there's a bump action, unfortunately, when you bump another ship, whether it's yours or the opponent's, you get no actions.
Alright,
And there hasn't been a whole lot of firing, no.
this is pulling off onto Ray.
So again, there's been no firing for the second round, and Jared is piling his focuses on Ray as he's staying to the outside of the board, and the slaves are coming in for the kill, or trying to, anyways. We can do our guys. Oh, okay. Sure.
But then you're not stuck doing all sorts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I really don't care about flying and doing stuff.
So you're gonna keep the Imperial dial as K the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, easy way to remember for this. Yeah. Cool.
Yep. I'd like to do that. Exactly. Anyways, it's going there. Yeah.
Oh, and just this acrylic salt token, that's my harpoon token.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, cool. Justin's got one of those salts. I love the salts. Love harpoons. Sad to see them go, but yeah, probably broken. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? Incredibly.
So, Jace, how long have you, James? How long have you been playing?
About a year. Yeah, I kind of haven't been playing for too long, but I really enjoy it. My neighbor, he got me into it, and we play like once a week usually. It's a pretty fun game.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, any of your neighbors here?
He couldn't make it. He was actually invited to come down, but he had to work. And he saves lives for a job, so he can.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I definitely don't regret playing the game, right?
Yeah, totally, for sure. Hey, Dorian, how's it going, man?
There you go, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Jared, what got you into the game?
Actually, it was by pressure from my younger brother, who was at the time a bigger Star Wars fanatic than I am.
So, has that changed now, or?
He doesn't play the game as much as I do anymore, but we have about the same size collection, but he flies mostly all small ships.
Okay.
He's an Imperial player. I took the Rebel half of the starter pack we got. Jake's focusing up. He's going to boost over here. Just for the sake of doing it, he's gonna proc intensity to get another focus, which lets him proc his ability for a barrel.
So fast and so fast.
And he is all over the place. Dash is using his ability, just in case he ends up on a rock here.
He actually has to say that he's using his ability.
Yes, he
it's
does.
amazing. So you have to
Yeah.
declare
You have to
Oh, wow.
before Dash moves, he has to announce if he's going to use his ability or not use his
Oh,
ability.
interesting. But he can just use it anytime.
Alex
Right?
But he can
loves
use it
that.
anytime.
And I got a shirt that says, no matter, like, if you can read
And he's
this,
gonna
you
focus.
acknowledge that I am.
So you don't have to worry about it. You forget all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And Blount is doing a 2.
Not that I'm aware of it. If you're on the rock, how are you getting an action?
but I can go this
How are you getting an action if you landed on the rock?
And
No, this is.
he's going to check for target lock. Okay. Just out.
Yes, that would be range. That's out of range.
So
But
focus.
you only roll for the damage the one time you landed on the rock.
Yeah, but if I were to BB
Like,
this
yeah,
way,
another
I
bump
technically
tap.
do it again. You
Yeah.
can't BB it that way. You can't BB it this way. I have to BB it.
Oh yeah, that's another one.
And your action was barrel? Is that it?
Oh, shoot, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. We'll
I
just
am
move
doing
that back a
and
He
I'm
was
little
pretty
watching.
much on angle and he was going like that way. No action for him.
So Bobo likes to stay really close to Kath, it looks like.
Yeah, shoot. Riding her tail here. Alright, cool.
So don't think anyone's at range because Boba didn't get closer than Ken.
Adventure.
Yeah, it checks.
Always
Yeah.
go through your measurements just to make sure.
We'll see if
Cool finish later.
So there's no shot
and then we
there.
already checked
Yeah,
that.
we already checked.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're good.
Yeah.
Just kicked on earlier.
Bank and right focus. One of these
So
is being spent
round
to refresh
heading
intensity.
after round 3 rounds of movement, and there has been no combat yet. Ray now has 3 focus tokens on her, and we have a parking garage with the slave ones, and
Your favorite maneuver, right?
that's my favorite maneuver, of course, right? Because like I love doing parking garage. As Jared so graciously pointed out, it seems to be every time I play, I always seem to bump all my ships together, so they all become a cluster, a
Yeah, like
mess of
fortress.
yeah. And so everybody loves playing against me because they just they just light me up with harpoons
There's some
or
bombs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or stress.
stress.
But he can do that naturally himself.
That's what I said. That's all the bumping, right?
Oh, no. Okay.
I make a nice parking garage.
Yeah, I think
So
we're
dials are
in
being
range
set
that.
for the 4th round of movement, and there hasn't
Oh,
been
yeah.
any
Yeah.
fighting or any combat dice rolled in this match yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because you have the special. Yeah. And I spend the focus for the.
Oh, I guess we should roll them in case
Alright,
we
ready to rock
them.
Cool, already half the move here. Doing a nice.
Yeah. Yeah. One.
Oh, that's good.
You have that piece of paper you get rank scores. It's pretty good.
Hey, push the limit. Oh shit! Oh sorry. Oh, this way.
Gotta love those big bases, eh? How they so graciously don't stay on their bases.
No, I know. That's why this one's got the magnet on it because it's broken like 5
That's
times.
right. That's right. That was it. Yep. That was the
Alright,
range
she will.
one. Yep.
So Slave 1 is definitely going to be combat this round.
Dash is using his ability just in case.
Go for it. Yep.
Not that it mattered.
Yeah, nice dodge from the asteroid there.
Thank you very much.
Hello, gentlemen. How's it going? Good.
He's gonna focus.
Okay, next will be.
All right, so
range.
Dash is definitely in range of Kath, and the Z95 is interesting, out of range.
I had to veer out, otherwise I
What
would have
does
gone
matter?
over that rock.
So it's
He's definitely going to target lock Kath, however, because that is definitely ball. Jake
unhappy with that.
doing one hard.
Oh man, that was stupid.
All right, so all of Jared's ships have moved, and as far as we can see, at least one of them for sure, possibly two for sure now, have are going to be able to fire. So
That one is no.
You made it.
nice maneuver as Jake is flying around the board doing his jankiness.
Is that all the actions? I can never tell with that guy.
He can, since he barrel rolled, he can spend intensity to get either another focus for his other ability proc or an evade, which he's actually going to do just in case he's going to take the evade token. So he doesn't get his extra action, but he's evaded.
Cool. Alright. See if we do another bump here. Just might.
Yay, not this time.
So Bobo didn't bump this time. So there's going to be some actions being taken. All right. So we got both slave ones with the evades, and Dash has got his focus token. Jake has a focus and an evade
Combat,
token.
I'm pulling a ray focus.
And he pulled the ray off to give Dash an extra focus. So it's going to be height hits. So the way this works is the highest pilot fires first. So the highest pilot in this matchup at this present moment is Bobo.
Cool. Boba Fett is going
Here's
to
Bob. Sorry, yeah, I was saying.
fire at.
And my partner's off doing something, so
Yeah,
Boba
that
Fett
looks like range 2 or 3.
has expertise, engine upgrade, and slave 1. So that is a range 2.
Range just barely.
So he has.
You have expertise?
4 long. Yeah, just expertise basically 3 dice here. Okay. I'll do it on here so you guys can actually see. Cool. Expertise. What's that up? 3 hits.
Okay. Only focus for.
All right, so 3 hits were rolled, and the Z95 loses his shields, and with no evade, has went through the shield. So we have no shields on the Z95 and 1 into the hall.
All right, and so I guess I've got an issue, so I go up next here.
The initiative player would go first, so your 7 would shoot before his 7.
Okay, cool. So let's check for if that's range 1. I can't use laser.
That is
It
range
is range
2.
2. You can heavy laser cannon into.
Okay, cool. So heavy laser cannon with 4 dice, expertise, and Dengar. So you're not a title chip, so I can only reroll 1.
Huh?
Is that guy titled?
Yeah, he's the Red Blood. He's a name character.
Oh, okay, so I can reroll 2.
Lovely.
Okay, so we'll just reroll this guy. Cool. So that's expertise rolls that up to 3 hits.
So expertise
There
got
is
4
no way
hits,
he's surviving.
and he just evaded 2 of them.
Into
Unfortunately,
Blout
with
is
2
out of the
evade
game.
dice, and 1 of the Z95 is off the board with 1 shot from the slave box.
Okay.
But at least you rolled some evades this time.
Yeah. That would have helped more first time. Dash is going to throw Manglers into. Okay.
All right,
That's a good one.
we have
one of these
2
it's
hits.
Manglers, so one of them turns into.
We have 1 hit and 2 crits heading
Okay,
into
nice.
slave 1 ship. 2
Oh,
evades. Wow,
nice.
nicely rolled.
Spend this so that.
All 3 have been evaded.
Thank you.
And. Checking ranges for Jake. That's
Range 2, range 2.
That's dropping the ball.
So Jacob throws 2 dice into outmaneuver doesn't trigger because I'm in your arc, unfortunately.
So we have 1 hit
That's it. Go ahead.
from the A-wing, and no evades. So she loses a shield. So after the first round of combat, we have a Z95 off the board. Keith has lost a shield.
One of these is refreshing intensity. Cool. One of these focus is going back on the ray.
So if you're wondering why the slave 1 looks like it's going to fall off the base, it's been magnetized. So
Doing a gangster shot.
it's like a gangster. Yeah, it's kind of like we're having some fun with it. Bobo's deciding to fly his ship sideways to make it look pretty cool. So
What party? I did lose a shield on the guy. I did lose a shield.
Right.
So how did that first round of combat go for you, Jared?
Terrible.
And,
If I had thinking back, I probably should have.
Went over the rock.
No, I probably should have gone with a 3 hard the turn before, because if I had done a 3 hard blow, it would have been over here, and then I could have just one in. Like he still would have gotten like blown out of the sky, but if he had survived, he would have at least had a shot.
Well, and Bobo and Kath have didn't bump into each other last turn, so
Yay! That was a victory for me.
it's
Small victories, right?
Yeah.
small victories.
And I'm going to boost straight.
Are you ready?
Alright, that one stays
Cool.
Okay.
non.
Okay, cool.
And of course, that one
She's
goes up.
up.
I think
Let's see if I'm
mine
smashing
also
into asteroids here. This is where I'm
Yep,
not
so
Oh,
we're
so Keith just did a hard 3, and I believe
There we go.
that would have.
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yep.
Keith will be hitting an asteroid, and will avoid landing on it, so that's not a bad thing. But
There you do.
There you go.
there you go.
You can't, it's just, you have to roll 2
Alright.
rolls.
So still roll for damage.
Damage, no action, right?
No action.
No action, but you still get to shoot.
No.
So yeah, I take a damage there.
So
Down.
another shield down.
That I didn't know you could pop bombs. So you can,
Oh, yeah, no action, so she's down there.
that's news to me. I didn't know that.
Once per round, you may change the die result.
To be honest, I didn't realize you were going there.
But it only works
Dash will go first.
Okay.
He's doing a hard 2. He's using it.
So Dash is doing a hard 2.
I'm gonna take.
Still not hitting asteroids.
Still not hitting asteroids. That's some pretty good flying.
If I could roll.
He's gonna focus.
No, I don't. I have
Here's the part I didn't like.
That's on him.
Jake's doing a hard 2
Yeah.
because I didn't think you'd
Because I have 2 attacks.
completely. I didn't think you'd hard turn there. So this.
So
Okay, then I'm gonna pop.
I think his best option here.
So I roll 2.
Yep.
I mean, if you shoot at me, it's gonna be through that tiny little rock.
Is it teaches any
I can
left?
use any. Yeah, I have to declare before, and then I.
That-
Then you can turn any.
Like I've never seen it help on a bomb before. That's why I'm just kind of curious. I didn't know you could choose one.
And then I choose my right. So when I'm like rolling for attack,
Yeah.
now,
In that case-
I can choose which dice turns into right?
Jake's just gonna evade.
So that's 1 damage, unfortunately, which is probably dead.
I just thought it was like the first,
Cool.
like, kind of like
So
how you
both
look at
action.
one gets first.
Yeah, that's everything.
Okay.
That's how I thought it would be like this.
Right.
That's the nice
Boba
thing.
doing a nice, easy
Yeah.
bank here.
So Jake moved in, he's on the asteroid, and evaded. Boba's moving his last ship to move, and he is. So both slave ones have a rear firing arc. So with both, he has 360.
He has a
Yes.
360.
Because it's two automatic,
Okay.
one
What
damage.
we got for shot? Top of shooting, I'm pulling a ray focus.
Cool. Let's see here. So I'm gonna check. Like I'm not on arc of view, so I have to shoot at dash. But let's see. Is there anyone in range 1? So we've got 1 in range 1 for my reroll effect. And it looks like that's out of range from reroll effect.
Actually, we'll just hold both ships down.
Yeah.
If you want to hold your ship down, you hold your ship down, and I can take you guys' template and just move it through the.
I think it's out. Yes. Oh, that was good for the barrel. Sun boost.
So that is range. It's moving freely through, so it'll be range 2.
Range 2. Okay. Cool. So he only gets to reroll 1 die.
You get 1 reroll from Jake.
Yeah, and only 3 red dice versus
Oh,
dash.
you have,
Yep.
I have 2.
It's 2 evades.
We got expertise and
Yes.
yeah.
These are just
So-
all focus.
Those are all focus.
Oh, yeah.
So I get to reroll 1. So 3 hits. Oh, nice.
Evades.
Yeah, your evades.
So I get 1 shield gun.
Got those evades. So Dash rolled 2 beautiful evades and only took 1 damage.
So yeah, so that's gonna be through an asteroid on
On
your,
Jake, yeah.
Hmm. But I get an extra die out the back, so that'd be 4. So
Nothing. If you got Tiffany
How old
screen
is
tickets,
this? Yay.
which you may not have, if
Yeah,
you
you
got
can
a
use
Super
that.
Bowl, just let me know because we're like,
Here's a laser if you guys want to use.
cool, thanks.
okay, I have Brandon up green. I'll come back. I'm
Yeah,
just trying to
let's
make
see
fun
what
of
range
who
shot I got
are.
on you. I'm gonna shoot it. Jake, this guy.
I will come back to you.
So,
It's range 2.
range 2.
Unfortunately for me.
Range 2, cool. So that means 4 dice because she shoots 1 extra out the back.
Threw a rock, 4 dice on my end.
Cool, yeah. And then she's got expertise and Dengar.
It
So
won't be through
is
a
that a
rock.
title?
right?
It's not.
It's not through a rock.
Oh, yeah.
Closest point to closest point is no rock.
Okay, because it's big base ship. Wow. Okay, so 4 dice, expertise, and I get 2. You're titled? Yeah, because you're Jared, right?
Jake,
Or-
Jake,
sorry,
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
Jake.
the same,
Yeah, that's Dame Pilot, yeah.
Cool. 4 dice. And
Wow.
Cool. So that's gets re-rolled up with
So,
these.
Kath just so graciously hit 3 hits and a crit. And
wow!
Wow!
That's so crazy.
So the
This is
A-wing.
my lucky list. Secret
So-
power.
So
Dice
Jared just so the Kath rolled 4 hits, and then Jared rolled and got three evades,
Yeah, and you had
and then
an
had the evade
Yeah,
token.
that's
So
a
it took
token.
all
Yeah,
4.
nicely done.
So totally saved his ship.
All right, so Dash gonna throw Manglers into Boba.
Okay.
Predator. Spend a focus, so that's 2 hits and a crit.
Okay.
These
Cool.
are
Come on, Bo.
one
Do it, buddy.
straight and 2 straight.
All right, cool. So we'll spend focus
So-
for the
One,
evade token.
shot.
So 1
What's the greens again?
crit
So it
goes
is
through.
2 hits and a crit, and then we have,
I just used a.
So, yeah,
and then the evade token.
One's the
So
two
he
straight.
managed to evade 2 of them with 1 shield off of
Shield off.
off of Boba.
Oh, Jake is definitely on the board. So at range 1, he gets 3 dice, but without maneuver, you lose 1 defense dice on his shot.
Oh, okay.
Because
Cool.
he's completely outside your power.
All right.
So you got 1 defense dice against him.
Okay.
So Jake
Hitting 2
just rolled
crits.
2 crits and a hit
Nicely done.
against 1 evade. So
2.
2 crits, 2 more
That was
shields
on
off
that
of
was on
Boba.
Boba.
So right now, the next round, Jake is just flying like crazy and doing his shenanigans. It was a very good round for your rebels, I guess, right? What do you think of that one, James? Eh?
Yeah, he's just returning fire. The evades were crazy. He's just piloting like a crazy man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
If
I'll
you roll
just
5
let you
crits,
know,
it's automatic
He never
kamikaze.
rolls like that.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm glad you saved it for me,
Usually,
Jared. That was
usually
great.
in that situation, I blow him out of the sky.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But he did beat you, so
Yeah, he did.
you can't say that anymore because he beat you.
Yes, he can.
If you run into them, plus you roll 5 crits.
So my partner seems to constantly be wandering around. She comes in and says 1 or 2 things, and then goes and wanders around. How the other games going over there?
Yeah.
I'll choose focus because, well, whatever. Go ahead. I'll call you chips. So lose stress games first.
Yeah, thank you.
Does Dash have a K turn?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
4.
Okay.
Does he has a 4K? Yes.
It's a very nice dial. I have to admit, I love those dials.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Dash is a good big base ship down.
Okay.
Cool. Ready to rock?
Yep. Sweet case going.
Yep, I
She's
love
just doing a
that.
nice 1 and easy.
So the other Crimson Core side of Crimson Core is out and about checking out the other 2 games as I'm focusing on the main game here. He's out kind of refereeing the other 2 games on the Outer Rim.
Yeah, she's gonna.
Funny, eh? Outer Rim pilots, you're watching the Outer Rim.
Ha 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 ha. The other one looks like that too. They match.
well, you got this one covered.
Oh, how cute.
It is. Yeah, they're like a couple. Like wear the same clothes to battle. Okay, she takes an evade.
Okay.
Okay, and quick draw.
Oh, you got me.
And I'm looking across the table, and at the other end there, it looks like Andrew's ready to cry or something at the other end over there.
Yep.
Hey, Andrew, you okay over there?
What in the rock?
No comment. He's just waiting.
So-
Oh, you
Oh,
hit
yeah.
it?
No, I avoided it.
Oh,
Just
nice
barely.
dodge,
I
man.
thought
That
it
was
was the
close.
paper for
Yeah.
second right on the,
So
Good
he's
dodge
going
on
to
Bates game.
focus.
oh, that the base,
Boost.
that's the polygon.
Intensity for focus.
I can see now how you were like how you were
And-
with all those guys on.
Roll away.
Get me out of there. I don't want to get shot. Back up the back again. It's not fun.
Well, even if I'm still technically in range, if I'm at range 3, I have an advantage with auto thruster.
Yeah, that's right.
I-
All
I'm
this is
doing
great for
that,
you.
and, yeah, got the
Dash is
top.
using his ability. He's going to do a hard one.
So I think Dash actually ended up on a rock this time for the first
Yeah.
time in the game.
That's
But since he's using his ability, he just
rock.
ignores it.
There,
And
Take that, rock.
Yeah.
he's going to barrel roll right off of it again. Because he's dashing. He can do that.
and I'm
Dash
gonna
is so
boost.
crazy.
So Dash and Jake are flying around, doing all kinds of funky maneuvers, and the slave ones are.
Dash got any more?
And with
No,
that-
he's only got the
Very cool. So that's time
That's what I'm like,
to go.
did I lose it already? And that's my action, so that still stays not blowing up, that won't blow up. Yep. Yep.
Well, he will also take
I think
a.
It's still weird they can do that one.
Alright, and then shoot time.
Time.
So yeah, it looks like it might not be through that rock. There could be muscle
It-
plays if you
it
want.
So
won't
let's
be.
see, are you range
Plus
one?
point, plus point. It's there.
Oh yeah, we're
I'm
shooting
not
at
in.
range 3. It looks like range 3 possibly, so we might be getting some auto thrusters.
So
Yeah.
Bobo
Range
is at
three.
range 3.
His shield's gone.
3 dice versus like ton. Okay.
4.
3 dice versus 4.
3 dice versus 4, and auto thrusters,
Yeah, so it's
and focuses.
slim chances here.
As Jake is dodging like crazy.
Oh.
Such a low chance to hit. So
Nope, but you has a shot.
Oh, sorry. Top of shooting.
This-
No dice for roll. So.
yeah, cool. So like, is it too late to shoot at this guy? If I do
No,
You
no.
can, you can shoot him instead.
You can, yeah, no dice have been rolled, so you can change your target.
Just
Cool,
on
because I think it would
there,
actually
so
like
I
maybe
think it's
actually
not-
land a hit on this guy, right?
Okay,
So that looks like range 3 also.
Yes,
Though.
that is range.
Still range 3.
Okay, cool. Range 3 with expertise, and you've got what token on?
I
you
got
guys?
one focus.
One
token.
focus.
I
You don't
got
have any
3
like
dice.
ion cannons or anything like that, eh?
No, I just got manglers.
And you don't have an evade on this guy. So I'm gonna use 4 lom to take
I can see-
a
I can see
ion
the
token
blasters are
and strip
guaranteed,
your
but-
focus token.
So I can't spend it.
Yeah, I can't spend it. I have to do it when I'm rolling. Sorry, I did that out of turn, but basically, yeah. So bam, and then I do it,
So he gets 1 hit, 1 crit.
and I get to reroll none because there's nobody in range.
Cool.
And
And if I had
if he had his focus token, he would have been able to
Well,
evade it. So
I
Dash
lose.
takes 2 hits,
2 shields.
2 shields.
Cool.
Okay.
Your focus is on this rock.
I think it just stops him from
No, it
using
just stops.
Just stops him from using it,
I
yeah.
read it before.
4 lamp just stops him from using it.
Yeah, thanks, dude. That would be awesome. Yeah, it's coming back at me now. Trey would rather have used it on
Alright, what
defense
about
there.
what about Kate?
see what he rolls.
It's like,
Kate shoots next.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, so let's see.
Range 3 on
Did she
Jake.
actually get you on range 3?
the
Uh,
killer's gonna
I
kill.
mean, it looks like it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, range
cool.
3.
And I don't think I have range 3 on
You
Dash.
don't have
No.
range on
No, so I just gotta take a shot
So
from the back. So
range
it's 4 dice, just a regular primary weapon shot off the back there with expertise, and I can reroll 2 for Gengar.
Or you get
So 2 hits.
So we rolled 4 dice, and he gets 2 hits, and
auto thrusters.
auto thrusters, and barrel. And he has 3 evades with spending a focus if he wanted to.
Yeah, I don't need it.
Don't need it.
I know,
All
right?
right. Dash will throw manglers into Boba.
Okay.
All right, Mangler's
So
heading into
that's range 3, right?
That's range 3.
Range
But
three.
it's a secondary weapon.
Okay. Oh, so I don't get any.
Yeah, no bonuses.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
love one.
the Outrider's weird. It technically replaces his primary, but it still counts as a secondary. He's just firing his cannon into 360.
Decimator.
Predator.
So he's happy that he's got the focus now, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has 1 hit, 1 crit.
All right, let's try to evade.
Dash fires.
Cool. So,
So-
use an evade. So we.
That takes 2, and Boba takes no damage.
Yep.
Those two together.
So we've had a couple rounds of firing. We've had a
One
Zed
of these
leave the
is refreshing
table.
intensity.
Both slaves have got damage in their shields. Dash has taken damage in the shields. And the A-Wing has taken no damage as it's flying around doing its shenanigans.
Shenanigans are what I live for.
That's what. That's right. That's what you live for, right? Gotta love the fact that you're able to do that stuff with him. And I think 2.0, the A-wings get a little bit more loving, but also take some loving away from them.
Yeah, what I have with Jake's not going to be possible in 2.0, but he'll have his own movement stuff, and I think they have a linked evade action. So I'll figure out what ridiculous combos I can do with him.
I'm sure, Jared, you will. I am sure you will.
No, this is code.
Yeah, okay. All right. Ready to rock?
Yep.
Good
Okay.
stuff. So she is doing 1 and bank here.
Who needs a Zen?
Thank you
anyway,
very
right?
much. Oh, she is going to.
Well, I would have been.
I don't know if anyone's going to get a shot on her this turn, but it looks like I'm out of range of everybody, so may as well just take a evade for fun.
Eating it up.
Cool.
All right. Move Jake first, because he requires the most
Take 2 straight
thought.
for him.
Oh yeah, you could get in, eh? Yeah, such a crazy guy.
Yes,
He's
Jake.
gonna
And
focus,
what's up?
and he's going
It's going so
to
fast.
He
I
just,
really wish they
yeah.
put a boost slot
Who
on
is
the
this
ball.
guy?
barrels.
He's all over us.
Yeah.
Dodging things, 3 evades.
That's what usually happens with him, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh,
I'd also see reason
spend
why
intensity,
not,
focus
because he probably
again.
puts a beam in there.
Get the boost.
So with Forlom, if someone had 2 focus tokens, you could only block 1 of them, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay, interesting.
Yes. So Jake's there now.
All right.
Dash is doing a 1 hard as well.
So he's got Jared with his shenanigans with Jake, and Dash looks like they might actually have shots both times this time, so he'll be able to fire both of his ships.
He's focusing up.
Okay.
And let's see what Boba's going to do with an ion.
Nice big 3 hard turn here. 3 hard. Get him around here.
Hard 3. Would you like me to move that for you?
Yeah, sure, that'd be awesome. All right. So.
Hi there.
Huh. Looks like I might have a range 3 shots on the A wing.
Oh, he's in there.
So it's not.
I know,
I
the
don't
person
know if I
not even
do.
watch tables.
Well, you'll only be able to find out when you hit into combat.
Yeah, gonna have to just do this. Here we go.
Got to take a risk.
Mhm.
What are you going to do? Are you going to take the risk, or are you?
Kind of stick there. I think I got the shot on her.
Yeah,
Or him, or Jake. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Yeah, it should be there. Cool. All right, so Bobes is ready to shoot here. See if we actually made that shot.
Oh, that here. Let me just measure that, please. Well, he's out of range anyways, so
Yeah, missed.
no threes.
Yeah, no shots. And out of arc of dash, so no shot from Bobes right there.
And for
Kath looks like she's got it.
Kath's got
she's
range
got
3.
range 3 on
Cool. So that'd be 4 dice
4v4.
with Dengar and expertise. Okay, so we'll reroll this one, Dengar, and these turn because of expertise, 3 hits.
And auto coasters.
Nicely done. Yeah.
So again, Jake avoids getting hit.
Completely.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, those A-wings a little annoying, eh?
Yeah, for sure. It's like a little buzz.
It just-
Yeah, like,
But you know what?
He just buzzes around you.
Yeah.
Once it goes down, though,
yeah.
Dash will throw Manglers into Boba again.
Oh!
Jeez. Predator.
Oh!
Wow.
That's a
Wow!
lot of nothing. Okay.
So 3 dice are hot today.
I wasn't expecting
Jake.
that. That's like a side shot.
Jake at
auto
range
blaster.
3 into K.
I'm gonna target lock.
Spend a focus. 2 hits.
So Jake hits, but
Is
Dash
that a
doesn't
secondary
do
weapon
nothing.
or
That's primary.
primary? Okay, so I get
Okay,
3
public goes off.
dice.
And he rolled 2.
Okay.
Ewing has 2 left.
This
is a refreshing
Audrey
intensity.
will be here soon.
This is going on to Ray.
Line that up just perfectly. He has
Cool.
1 shield,
Alright,
1 hole left. He has
dials
2
turn.
hole left. And then you were just being you. Full health. He took an Ezra first turn, first turn combat. Which I don't blame him.
Oh man.
Perfect. Guaranteed
for
2
that
hits.
just because
He's
he's doing
before
a green
three
one
that,
straight.
and Auto Blaster.
Really hoping that you were going to stay right.
Whatever. Spend target lock. Nope.
Some
I wanted the
pretty
guaranteed,
hot
so
rolling
I
there
rolled
with those
4
green
and
dice,
4.
man.
Yeah.
Better hope they don't go too cold on you.
Oh, I hope not.
For,
That would be a shame.
uh,
Terrible.
Wouldn't that be?
That would be.
I'm
so
pretty sure
bad.
you're thinking, come on, those dice got to go, man. Those dice just got to go down sooner or later.
Yeah,
Page 2.
Wondering what you're gonna do, eh?
because of the order of the people that are moving. It's a little tricky.
What, so it's one shield card. Clink. I can't believe I missed
So
that.
as we're sitting here waiting for the 6th round or 7th round of movement, it seems, the statuses of both sides of the board right now. So we have Jake that is at full health.
So 2 shields.
Dash is at he is
Continuous
missing
fire.
3 of his shields, so he's got full haul with 2 shields left. Bobovet is at full haul with 1 shield left, and Kath is at 3 shields, or yeah, that is 2 shields with full haul of 6.
I can't believe I didn't blow
So
one.
the A-wing is slowly picking at them,
That shot
but
we've done it 4
we'll see what
dice,
happens
so
with
potentially the evading or the 2
eventually
guaranteed potential
the scum will.
I know, it's like, which
Yeah.
one will it
when they finally stabilize and
be?
get
I don't know,
control of the
I don't like
situation
range,
back.
the range one shot, I'm like, Auto Blaster short or main gun? At least with Auto Blaster, at least we
Oh,
don't hit,
it's an estimator.
if you can't evade. Better with the main,
Okay, well, yeah, I think I gotta do this.
So the whole one's, and then
Okay.
it's
Cool. All right, so we're all good to go. Cass got to go.
up to the 4.
Should we do a big bump? 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to get too close to the edge, like, you know, so 'cause I might need to.
Here, I can do that for you.
Okay, cool.
Just want to hold your ship there. We'll just let's
Okay.
move Boba so
There
he's
you go.
straight up there.
Come on, Bob, stop slacking.
All right. So we'll move this. If you want to put a 2 or 2 down there, 4, perfect.
Nice. Very cool. Oh, that's amazing. Incredible.
Do we have a time count, please?
Well, it's a good crowd.
31 and a half minutes.
How much?
31 and a half.
And that art could be worse, actually.
You good?
Yeah, go for it.
You're right there. We go.
Cool, sounds good. Thanks for the help with that, guys.
There we go.
Cool. She gets no action.
No action.
Bump.
Okay.
I'll do dash first. And we'll like this.
Oh, so Dash is coming in a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Get a little closer.
That song's in my head too.
Don't be shy. Yeah, yeah.
And Jake is doing 3 bank.
Oh, Jake's getting into the fray.
Mm-hmm. Getting closer, but
He's going to focus and boost.
wow, right in there.
Yeah. Intensity to focus again.
Check for a barrel.
Oh.
Lovely.
Oh, nice positioning.
Hello, Kate's blind spot.
So
And that's everything for them.
again, Jake's doing his shenanigans as he's flying all over the table.
There's gonna be a really fun
Hard too.
Three boosts.
losing my evade action.
That's just your actions, but making sure I can't shoot Boba. Which, really smart in this case, considering how much damage he's got.
He does a K2.
Yeah.
Hey, cool. So it's like maybe I should.
But his bow is one of
Yeah,
the
it'd be like, would it be like that? Or I can switch
Yep.
train track to the front. Kind of
There you go.
thing.
You're good. You're good there, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Perfect.
All right, no action for him.
Okay, you ready?
Alright, beginning of combat round. And
All right.
no,
So
neither of your
both
ships have
slaves,
shots.
I know that sucks.
both
That was really good
slaves
flying.
have no shots
Okay.
and
And no evades.
no evades. They have nothing.
Jake,
So
range 1. Since I'm between your arcs, outmaneuver, so you get. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna focus. Hitting a crit.
so we have a hit and a crit from Jake,
That's where
heading
Jake's
into
target
Cap,
is like. That would be kind of
and
fun.
one evade, so one crit.
Down to 1 shield now.
Down to one
Alright,
shield.
and
Cap just loses another shield.
Manglers into Kath from Dash. Spin the focus. So 2 hits and a crit.
You need more asteroids?
Whoa, look at that. We got a couple and another shield. So shield's down on Boba. Or no, Cap, sorry. Cap. Shield's down on Cap.
All right. That was fun.
Time frame is 28 minutes.
This is going on to Ray. One of these is refreshing intensity.
And I will. I'll show you the outside and I'll go damage pocket.
Yep. Please don't stress
So we're moving into the next round. Ray still has 3 focuses on her. Jake's full health. Dash is sitting at 2 shield, full hull. Kath has now lost all his shields and just has hull left. And Boba is down to 1 shield.
I thought it was a maximum too, that's why. I don't play you that much, so.
Return the Jedi just
Oh, best. Oh, yeah.
Actually, that one's my favorite. Oh, right, but by far my favorite.
Yeah. Doing that, drop it.
All right.
Okay. Okay, first.
All right. This is got me sweating a little bit. I think I got clearance for this. It's kind of scary.
Soft 3.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be okay. But we do a
Oh,
bump.
you do bump.
I am sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate you guys helping me move way back.
That's right. Break the ships, guys. You should no. You should actually put it to train track. You don't guess on
That's
that.
definitely range 1, and I will. This again.
So we're technically supposed to be putting train tracks on everything, but we haven't been doing a lot of that, some of it. So,
Yep, it is.
all right. So here we go.
Nice. I'm glad to spin them your way.
Oh, no action for her.
Action for her.
So,
Okay.
I'll take great info.
Well, I'll do the easy one.
Oh,
Dash is bumping.
That's
Dash
Dash is just
bumping.
gonna.
that we exact same dice rolls twice.
No actions.
Unfortunate, but
Yeah.
necessary. Jake, on the other hand, he is going hard 1.
Yeah. So 2 shields.
And
Okay.
he'll focus, but he won't do any shenanigans. He'll just sit there.
Okay. All right. My turn.
Yep.
Sweet. So he's gonna do a 4K turn. Should clear, buddy. I was afraid you'd do that. That's why I didn't do the 3K turn because I wasn't sure if I'd make it by you. Can I just do it like this?
Yeah,
Yep.
just do
Yeah,
this.
just like that. Yeah.
That works.
So Boba is stressed.
Yeah. He's
He's not doing too happy. He's not very happy, but Boba's stressed
I can't believe
as he did a K4 turn. And our friends over in Rebel Land here are so at this present moment, Boba does have a shot.
Indian combat pulling Ray focus.
okay. Cool. Looks like I got 4 dice on you, and I can reroll one because I'm within 1 range.
So Boba has range 1 on dash.
With
Continuous fire.
Still technically full on again.
yeah, I was like, that might not be such a bad thing for him. I might just ionize myself, but if I ionize myself, you can't clear stress. So I mean, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Can't do it because you have no stress. You have stress, you can't do any kind of act.
Yeah, I'm sure it's white straight. Okay, cool. 4 dice with expertise.
Don't because you're stressed.
Oh yeah, no expertise. But I can reroll one.
So you get to reroll.
because of his name pilot.
Yeah.
So 2 hits.
So 2 hits and a crit,
Hits and a crit.
and we blanked out on the other side of the board. So that's 2 hits and a crit.
Crit. Damage sensor array can't perform any actions except those listed on damage cards.
Oh, wow.
Screw that.
Good, Alex, yourself?
I'm excellent.
So we are sitting here, and
I don't know if
Dash,
she is in art
critical
there.
hit.
Looks like I missed you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no shot from her again.
I'm just checking Jay.
No, Jake doesn't have a shot either. No, he doesn't. Here, I'll do it this way. Watch out.
Take that with the rule. I don't think he does.
No.
No,
Yeah. Oh well.
he doesn't have a shot.
Okay. I'm going to.
You have it on Boba, though.
Oh yeah, I can shoot Boba. That's range. What?
Look like maybe 3.
Selected 3.
I faced.
That would probably take you range.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'll throw
Guys who brought their game.
2 into Boba from Jake. 1.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, it hits.
I'll make
Shield
it
down.
So all shields on the fire sprays have fallen off.
Next, I'm gonna throw Manglers into case.
There will be more throughout the day.
Okay.
Wait a second. No, I declared.
Well, look at all these green
Um,
tickets coming around
does,
that I haven't gotten any of.
Does expertise count for attack and defense, or
No, just attack.
Just attack? Okay, then it's going into cave. 3 into cave. And then one of the ones I rolled becomes a crit because it's Manglers.
Holy, that's
So we have 2 crits and a hit heading into one of the fire sprays.
So that's 2 hits and a crit.
A hit and 2 crits.
Oh, 2 crits, yeah.
Hit and 2 crits.
What's it
You know,
gonna be?
it's a hit and 2 crits.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, this is the second one. Weapons failure, 1 fewer attack dice when rolling up an attack, and then major explosion on a
Basically,
critical or a hit. Oh, on a hit, suffer 1 critical damage right now. Oh, suffer 1 critical damage right now.
I'm gonna drop another bomb.
This one over. Oh, my
Oh,
God,
direct damage! So we have 2, 3, 4, 5. So Kate Hall has 1 hull left. This is a big turn of events with that massive hit.
Wow.
Okay, this is falling off. This is going on.
Ah, the first results. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to be annoying for Dash, but... Okay.
Yikes.
Okay, we'll just keep track. Thanks, Clive.
Okay.
I think you do. Yes, you do. Actually, nice. Yes, you do. Just for 3 dice.
Yeah, I mean, I was just.
Yep.
But then he got me.
That's gonna be helpful.
Yeah, so I did that's what I did. So next time, just do battle. So, make you study stuff to play.
Actually, this one I should have done. I caught it actually.
Hey, Sean.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
He's ignoring me.
He's talking
well.
to everybody. So our friend Sean White has decided to bless with his presence from Australia, the Hall of Heroes. He's with the Onyx Squadron. He's behind us here talking to everybody as he's decided to come and visit us. And we got John, one of our Crimson Knight Raven guys, over in the far corner, showing a couple of new people how to play ships.
Alright. She is doing a 2-way.
Away?
Away. Interesting.
And she'll take a very different than these guys.
Okay.
That's really helping you out right now with all
I don't like that. Mostly because I'll do dash first. He's doing 3 hard. Using his ability. So he makes it. He's on the rock, but he can get off of it. Which he's going to do. He can't. he has to. Damn it! He has to take this. Pardon my language.
Yeah, no worries.
He's ignoring the rock for purposes of damage and actions.
Oh,
but
sorry. She couldn't take this either
That's fine.
because she's got weapons failure. Oh
She
no,
has
never
weapon-
mind. That's she can still take that.
She
I
can
thought I had
take.
the same thing.
You
No,
can
I
take that
know
weapons
it's
failure. Just it does. You can't roll one less dice.
Yeah, rolling this 50-50 shot to remove damage sensor array.
Yep.
Yay. Okay, so I can deal with that later, but Dash can't shoot this round, unfortunately, because he's sitting on that rock. Fine.
Oh yeah,
Jake.
holy! That's why they do that.
Yeah.
I never thought it
Yeah.
would matter.
No.
Yeah, no, it does.
And then does he have to roll for damage on the rock?
No.
He
He has his ability, which allows him to avoid that. But he's still now he can no longer shoot now because he's still on the
Focus.
asteroid. Which because what it does is he allows to avoid it so that he can barrel roll them off the rock, so then he can get his shot in.
Yeah.
But because he still ended up on the rock, and the card said that he had an action, he has to
Right,
use
yeah,
action.
that actually can be used. That makes sense. Yeah.
Proccing intensity, I don't think I can get out of there, so I'm going to evade.
Okay. Huh. All right. That's where you are. That's fun. Okay. So everybody's moved.
Yeah, everyone's moved.
Turn. Okay, so
All right, so Boba's moving one. He'll be bumping. We'll just hold this ship. They should probably railroad track that.
Yeah. What? Something you can do instead. He was here.
You could
Can you
just.
take that off?
Oh yeah, cool. There you go. Chicka. Bring it up. There we go. So he loses his action also.
He's still a beast.
Okay.
So, but you do remove your stress.
Yeah, not stressed anymore. So for shooting time, I don't think the Boba has anything because we're touching that guy unless it doesn't look like I got him.
Yeah, it looks
Let's
like
check
it blows
with
past
let's check with this as well, just to be on the safe side. Can you mark Jake, please?
Yeah, slow past the back of it.
No shot.
No shot. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Kat. Looks like Kat might have a shot on either one.
Yeah, she has range. Oh,
She has shot on either one. Yes.
either one. Range 1 on Dash, range 2 on Jake.
One less attack because it's got weapons failure. So that means she would get 4 dice on Dash, I think. With range
That would be
one.
range 1. Yes.
Yeah, with expertise.
One less dice, right?
Yeah,
Range
so yeah,
1.
it could be 5 because that's what the back usually. Oh wait, yeah, that's right. It would only be 3 because.
So
no,
it's
range 1. And then
range 1 is 4.
And then she gets
And
one
then
extra
she
out
gets-
the back because she's cave.
Okay,
So
she's
she
cave.
loses one,
Yeah.
so it's 4 on 2.
Yeah.
4 on 2.
Expertise. And
Oh,
danger.
sorry.
Yeah.
Should have done that earlier, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, so Keith hits with a massive hit of 4. You have 1 evade on the other side.
Okay, so
So that is
hit, crit.
hit.
Major hull breach. Starting the round after you receive this card, all damage cards are dealt
Face up.
face up.
Oh wow.
Well,
There's only one hull left, right?
one hull left, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got Keith on 1 hull, Dash is on 1 hull, and we have the A-wing, and we have
Jake is going to range 2 into Kate. Okay. And Dash can't shoot this round, so. It's been a focus.
Okay, so if I roll 1 evade, then she's okay. Come on. Oh, thank God.
and spends the evade. So Keith survives the hit. Unfortunately, the downside was because Jared was unable to move Dash off the rock, he was unable to get a shot with Dash. So that's a little bit of a turn of events for that aspect, I guess. Oh, you'll be fine. Stay focused, man. You're doing good. You're putting up a really good battle, and you're fighting quite hard right now. That's pretty good. Keep up. Good work. 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Alright.
Coming in.
Okay, so Cat's gotta go first.
Yep.
She is doing a too far. Does not want to fly off the edge.
And he's gonna boost
You sure?
That's
Sure about that?
Okay. And then she gets an action, so she is going to.
That is not.
Okay.
I'm giving you a present.
Well,
Dash
goes first.
Range 2.
You,
Yeah,
Are
sure.
3 or
3 on 1. Okay, that works.
Okay.
yeah, that's good. I don't think I can, I don't think I have room for a
See, that's the
barrel,
one part I don't mind on that thing.
so
It's like,
I'm going to focus up.
Okay.
Jake.
yes. 6 on 1.
Oh wow.
I don't think it's. I think it's. Yeah.
He's going to focus, attempt to boost.
Oh wow.
Jared is taking his Jake and doing all funkiness again.
Cool.
And proc intensity for and evade to everything.
Evade, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Yes, we have folks now doing one thing.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was. So,
Cool. So he's going to take a. Then you're gonna like. Which one of your guys should choose first? You get to choose who shoots first. Right?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, I think you should take.
Okay.
Cool. Bolts gets a shot.
I have these shit smoking. That's the thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
So if I take a shot on Dash, then she won't have a shot at anybody. But if I just shoot her and she misses, then it's like, oh damn it, you know, like now Dengar gets a shot on me, right? Or not Dengar, sorry, Dash. So I think I have to play it safe and just throw everything I have at Dash.
Okay.
That's range 3 dash.
Yeah, 3 with 3 dice, and expertise, and
No one's a range 1, so you get no range.
you know what? He is going to forlong.
We're sitting at 11 minutes.
For long the focus. Okay.
So I am now.
So now you're on. No, yeah. Pull on right focus.
Oh, so you can do that right after I did that thing?
No. Well, you know what? Since you did that, I.
Did you already move something? Did you move something?
So what I did was I did 4 long.
He
on
full
that
on
one.
the focus I had, so I missed the trigger.
Okay.
I missed a trigger.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna shoot. Put the back of 3 dice.
Oh. Oh, you're not stressed, so.
Yeah.
And I don't have the other focus from Ray because I'm an idiot. So.
No, you have to focus. You have to focus on there.
No, that's 4 long.
Oh, is it forlong? Oh, okay.
So that means he's going straight next turn.
Oh, I see.
Alright, and then she can't do anything.
Yep.
Okay. No shot from Jake.
These is refreshing intensity.
We just know he's going 1 straight. That's white.
Yeah. Yeah.
This goes off my
So how are your points distributed between the two?
I think that Cat is like 52, Bob's is like 48. I'll double check for
Okay.
He's got 100 points.
100. I just want to see which ship is worth more.
Kath is worth 50. Kath is worth 52.
Okay. 52.
James, he's worth 52.
Yeah, Kath's 52. Boob's 48. Okay.
All right, yeah. So ready when you are.
Yeah. Ready.
Cool. So she's just doing a nice, easy one bank. She'll take it evade.
Jake's doing one hard. He's gonna focus.
Okay.
Barrel roll.
Yeah, he's got a shot. Nice.
Proc intensity for an evade token.
Okay. And then
Bob is good.
Bob just has to go 1 through 8. Yeah, thanks, that'd be awesome. Appreciate it.
He still gets an action.
Oh yeah, cool. I'm gonna check for a target lock.
It looks like it's out.
Okay. Yeah,
So
so
he
he's
loses these.
oh yeah, no longer minus. Okay, so Bob's is out of range, can't take any shots. I think that Kath gets 1, but she gets 1 less attack dice. So that's with
3. So 3.
3, yeah.
3 of them. Okay. Smith.
Yeah, cool.
All evaded. Jake evades and still flying around alive with no damage.
3 into.
Okay, and I still got 2 dice because I'm in the hard.
You've evaded already.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
All right, so both ships that are there. All right, off to the races.
Actually, that's what we're talking about. I agree now on 2.0 that this is now half points. Which is what it should be stupid. That either one whole round, you go through all that, and still no points.
I can't wait for the next edition. I can't wait to play. So you're going to stick with what faction? I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Scum first. And then probably.
All right, so we are setting dials,
I will get all the
getting ready for the next match.
I'm probably going to get all 5, sorry. Eventually. And
7 minutes.
I've heard there's rumors it could be very bullshit.
Okay.
Ready?
All right.
Let's get going.
I should have done
She is going to try and get past you here.
Whatever it is.
Don't spend less.
Oh, good.
About it. So you really love it. You don't have to buy a Star Viper to get those auto thrusters. Every upgrade
And then
Rebel
she's
will
going to
come in a Rebel.
and I guess I should. Oh, that's yeah. That's her down. Good.
So it's actually there's 5 factions.
Jake's doing a 3K.
Okay, I get
Nice.
shot. I think
So we did.
I just listed with appearance. Buy the conversion kit, you got everything, and then every time.
Perfect works for me.
And dismissed.
Right now I have.
Yeah, I really should have that.
Alright.
So I landed
Alright,
here,
Nova.
landed
Bob is doing a 2 hard.
Fast break 5.
So you can't boost onto the rock, but it looks like if I.
If you boost this way, you
Yeah, but then that's kind of bad.
that's. I mean, for you, that's.
This rock is awful. It's in a bad spot for me right now. No, he's just gonna chill and take the read.
No. I was a white because originally I was right here.
Okay, so he can't shoot. She can try to shoot you. Well, I keep forgetting to get rid of this thing, but I'm probably good that I'm not getting it. Okay, so extra 1 out the back, but it's range 2, so that means I'm only gonna have 3 dice against you here with expertise, Dengar. So reroll this one with Dengar. So that's 2 hits. Expertise.
Yeah, with a lot.
81, one
Yeah.
shield.
Like once.
So Jake finally takes a hit.
Yeah, wow, he's untouched the whole time.
Two back at range 2.
Yeah.
Two.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I gotta get one or else she blows up.
Oh,
Oh, she blows up. Right
So
on, good
Jake,
job.
the A-wing, manages to blow up a slave. One.
Oh.
Okay.
Yep, I'm ready. I'm excited.
So the reason why everybody's clapping is because it's a that's a
And then we can go retarget lottery and all that stuff. Yeah.
Ready when you
You
are.
never split, you can
Okay, I gotta get rid of this target.
4 minutes.
Jeez, man. You should have actually done that boost last time.
Then one guy that could play
got a 1 hard,
amateur, reacquire that toggle off of the same guy.
Yeah, this is not good.
Now we went 3 cool.
I full pointed. I win in points if I can half point Boba and fly away.
Get half points on Boba and fly away.
It's moving.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's without my auto blaster turret.
Just gonna like see you.
Oh, that's good. Right, range 1 shot. Yep. Yep. 2 damage.
It's gonna be okay.
It's a buzz standoff. I love it.
Okay. This makes me
And you want
nervous.
to
But
see get the
All right.
legendary. Is that one
Boba moves first, or no, last. Jake moves first.
oh yeah, cool. Coming right at me.
Straight
You want me to-
5.
you want me to do it? Or you got it? Okay, cool.
Stress drops.
Yep.
Time for Jake shenanigans. Here it comes.
Focus.
Gaming day.
Barrel roll.
Gaming day.
Watch it at home.
Not nerdy enough.
I'm in trouble too.
Focus.
We should take his
Boost.
Why? Because he went out and hang with the guys.
It's like half the board right there. That's awesome.
It's just, it's crazy, man.
For a little base shift too. It's like the big bases, you expect them to get with engine upgrade and stuff. All right, cool. So, and all that's all the actions?
That's all his actions.
Okay, cool. This is a little scary for me because he's going towards the edge,
Yes.
but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be okay.
Sorry, that's right.
Can you mind do it for me?
3 bank.
Yeah.
Away.
Oh yeah, that could kill me.
Oh.
Just barely.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, next turn it's not looking good actually.
Can I see the first round?
Oh my god.
Can I see
Okay.
his style?
Yeah, yeah.
So Boba.
He only has it too hard.
Too
You
hard.
know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's gonna even do it.
Face up.
Boba.
Too hard.
Boba is in a lot of trouble right now.
What do you have?
Yeah, that's right because then I could have the other one.
No shot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh man. Yeah, I think I might have just lost it there. Oh well, let's see what we can do.
No shots.
Yeah.
Shots. That's. This is refreshing intensity.
Well, yeah, we all know what he's doing, so.
you just want to move him?
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what happens. Well, you can go first and see what you
Jake's
do.
doing this.
Oh, there you go.
So Jake's moving first.
I can't roll hits.
The little A-wing has put the pressure on the Boba, and Boba's running.
He's going to focus boost. And intensity evade. Alright, let's see.
No, looks like he's off the board. Oh!
No, hang on a second, please.
Yeah, just barely. Oh, I was trying to be too fancy, man. Thought I had way more space than that.